Enter at your own peril and pass the bolted doors where impossible things may happen that the world's never seen before. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the review of One Piece chapter 1055. My word, this chapter, guys. Oda does not disappoint. Oda does not fail. Oda does not post a banger. Or Oda does not post a banger. Yeah. Like in list of things that Oda does not do is list a lame is post a lame chapter. Anyways, we got a lot to review, a lot to go through. I'm gonna put a question in the chat in case anyone wants to answer it. Your thoughts on chapter 1055. All right. Well, first of all, we got to do all the regular stuff that I do before every live stream, which is we have about 3 to 4 announcements. So, starting off, just to let everybody know, we do in fact have a Patreon. And you can find that Patreon at www.patreon.com/AfroX. There you can sign up in increments of 5, 10, 15, or 5, 10, 30, 50, and $100 a month. And you will get different benefits with each of those levels. I won't tell you what the benefits are right now, but you can find out what they are by going to check it out. Again, that's www.patreon.com/AfroX. Make sure to do that because there's a really good stuff that you could be getting just from this channel. Hey, yo! We got Trix the Anime Hater up in the house. Speaking of people who donate to the channel on Patreon, Trix the Anime Hater is our top patron at $50 a month. Pretty much single-handedly paying my internet bill, if we're being completely honest. But yeah, Trix, thanks so much for your donation. And just to let everyone out there know, Trix right here has a bunch of different benefits. So not only are we good friends, so the next time I see him, he is gonna get an autographed thank you letter from me, but also Trix is in my secret Discord, and so he gets to see copyright edited videos one day early. He's seeing like the original print one day early, which is really, really good. Also, he gets his name shown and announced at the end of every edited video in fancy lettering with fully edited audio and like an echo reverb effect. So it's really, really cool. So you can be like Tricks too by signing up to donate to the AfroX channel. Tricks says, glad to help pay on it. Thank you, dude. Lot of thanks. Tricks, if you wanted to give me your thoughts on chapter 150 or 1055, I will get to that. Anyways, next up, if you want to get physical legitimate AfroX merch, you can get that at www.teespring.com/store backslash Afro-X-2. There's a link to it in all of my edited videos, so you can find that there. But if you go to that website, you will find the official AfroX t-shirt, which has the AfroX logo on the front and the AfroX slogan on the back, which is, of course, Stay Legendary. That shirt goes for $30 USD. I don't know what that is in euros or yen or other countries, but it is $30 USD. 10% of that goes back to the channel. So if you buy a shirt for $30, I get $10 of that back, and that's good. That's a great deal for you because you get a really cool t-shirt, and hey, I get money to keep running this stuff. So that's at teespring.com/stores/Afro-X-2. So yes, after that, then we have we do have a TikTok, and you can find that on TikTok at AfroX_YT is the name of it. We're really trying to get to 1,000 followers so I can start doing lives on there. Because if I start being able to do lives on TikTok, boy, we're gonna get a lot more pull. So yes, there was that. The fourth thing is that I will be semi on hiatus for the first 2 weeks of August. Yes. So there will be no edited videos in the first 2 weeks of August. There will not be Tuesday live streams for the first 2 weeks of August. But I've decided that since Oda was on break for a month, and he's just coming back to do chapters now and stuff like that, that I am going to keep up on doing One Piece reviews, just because I don't want to fall behind on that. I fell behind on one chapter, and I felt really bad about it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep doing One Piece reviews on here. Hey, yo, we got 3 viewers right now. This is awesome. Hey, if you guys want to say something in the chat, give a shout out to your channel. I will definitely say something about that. Trick says, yeah, everyone, it's Seekity. I don't know what that means. Anyways, haven't read yet. I thought I'll go in blind on the review. Okay, that is one way to do it. Trick says chocolate post was dope. Thank you, dude. He's talking about TikTok. I did a little dance for the song Chocolate by Big Boy. That was really, really fun to do. Anyways, on to the review. As for going blind on reviews, I never go blind on reviews. I always read the chapter first, and that's my own thing, just because doing this, I don't want to be biased in my review. But then after I do this live stream every week, I do watch both B.D.A. Law and I watch Grand Line Review. So yeah, let's get into the chapter. So the official title for One Piece chapter 1055 is New Age. What I did enjoy was before the chapter, uh Oda has little um a little like small panel thing that is showing mm, excuse me, it's showing Uta, which is Shanks's daughter. And they're really gearing up for One Piece um film Red. And I'm super excited for that. And definitely when One Piece Film Red comes out, I will go see it and I will do a review of it on this channel. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Anyways, newest chapter is 1055 called New Age. Everyone's kind of having fun at the festival. Um, but the Nine Red Scabbards, Momonosuke, and Yamato are still fighting against Ryokugyu, Admiral Ryokugyu, also known as Green Bull, also known as the Forest Man. Now there was a lot of speculation on Ryokugyu before. Um, I think B.D.A. Law was saying like if Ryokugyu fought against Sabo, like what is happening with the whole fire thing? Um, like wouldn't a forest be susceptible to fire? And that does get answered in this chapter. So they're all fighting him, and Momonosuke is getting super beat up, and he's just like, "Stop, Yamato! Like you mustn't lay a hand on him. Like stop fighting him." And Raizo does fireball jutsu, for lack of a better way to say it, and tries to light him on fire. And I actually love this because it's a callback to Ivankov, which really shows Ryokugyu's personality. He pretends to be hurt, and then he's like, "Just kidding," um, and calls out, "Fireproof forest. You're up against a Navy admiral. You think I wouldn't be able to guard against such an obvious weakness?" So now we know when Ryokugyu was fighting Sabo, he does have a way to fireproof his forest body, um, which is really interesting. So he Ryokugyu then spears Raizo, um, and Raizo is trying to get the branch off of him, and the branch sucks all of the moisture out of his body. Um, and so the 900 scabbards keep going. Shinobu is still here for some reason, but anyways, they keep fighting, and they're just like, this dude just keeps regrowing, like he's the Hydra. We cut off one, and like four more sprout. Um, uh, Trix brings up a great point here. Block fire with haki. Yeah, that's probably what it is. With a fireproof forest, he's probably just using a Buso Shock haki. Um, but yeah, they're all getting wrapped up and easily defeated. And then we immediately cut to the castle basement. Um, and how Oda sets up chapters is that um, like when you think they can't get more exciting, they get more exciting. And so this part kind of fell to the wayside. So we're back in the room with the poneglyph that what is it? Robin found, and Kozuki Sukiyaki, who you remember is Odin's father and the original shogun of Wano. And they so they're in the room, and we see that they traveled down an even further staircase that Kozuki never told Kaido or Orochi about. We also find out that Law has appeared with them, because Law was like, yeah, I just kind of figured out that you two weren't around the others, so I figured you were up to something. So Trafalgar Law is here with them, and so Sukiyaki's like, so the Kaido actually found this thing I'm about to show you, and they were lucky because they had a fishman. Jack was a fishman, or is a fishman, um, and that actually really helped them out. And so he's bringing them down, and Robin says, "How would being a fisherman help?" And Sukiyaki says, "That will be clear when you see it." How far down does it go? And he said, he's using a metaphor here, but he says it. I would say it goes a few hundreds of years deep. And so they get to a little a little block in the wall that's like a crawl space, and there's a window at it. And so what is it? Robin starts crawling in there, and Law uses his power to pop right in there, right by her. And what they see when they both come to the window is an underwater Wano. Like a completely underwater Wano. Like, imagine the scene in Futurama where they go underground and they find old New York, and that is pretty much what we're looking at right now. We are looking at a mirror copy of Wano, but underwater. Um, and so Sukiyaki goes on to reveal to them that Wano was originally at the base of Mount Fuji, and I'm surprised that Oda would actually put the name of like the one of the most famous mountains in the world, the most famous mountain in Japan, um, here, which pretty much confirms that Wano is based on like Edo period Japan. Um, just in its aesthetic. Um, but he says Wano used to be at the bottom of Mount Fuji, and then to keep people out and to close off the country to the world, they put up walls on either side of the country. This stopped the rainwater from being able to get out and flow into the ocean naturally, and so it filled up and eventually drowned um, the original Wano, and then above that sea level, then or at the level of the top of the walls, which is where the rainwater started being able to flow back into the ocean. Then they started building the Wano that we know now on top of that. And there's a little divot in the mountain there, and so the peak of that other little divot is what then became Onigashima. So yeah, and so yeah, that is the history of Wano pretty much. So yeah, and so after this, so Robin says, sorry. So Robin says, so everything up top is the current Wano, and Sukiyaki says precisely. At which point he brings them down into the lower chamber and he says, "We have arrived. This is the Lode Poneglyph." So Wano did have a road poneglyph, one of the 4 poneglyphs needed to get to Laugh Tale. And Robin says, "It's really here. This is our third. We just need one more to travel to Laugh Tale." So, this is where we start to speculate. Where are they going to find the 4th lodestone? Is it going to be on Elbaf? Is it going to be on Lodestar? Nobody really knows. Most likely it will be on Lodestar, which means we will have 2 more islands before Laugh Tale. But yeah. And Sukiyaki says, if you continued to go a little bit deeper than this, it is said you would find the sleeping ancient weapon, Pluton. So, pretty much the weapon that we have been talking about since Arabasta is directly under Robin's feet right now. But Sukiyaki says, I haven't seen it myself and I'm unable to show it to you. But he says, opening the country is quite a literal act. If they broke down the walls, it would not only release all of the rainwater, but it would also let loose the ancient weapon Pluton. So this is really interesting. I'm kind of wondering if the ancient weapon Pluton itself is the rainwater, because honestly, if you broke down the walls, all that water would rush out at the same time, and it would create a gigantic tidal wave that probably could. Well, it definitely would be able to flood entire islands. So yeah, that'd be one way to stop anybody from getting to Laugh Tale, is flood other islands. WFOI instead of Woot, which is Wano slang for we flood other islands. Anyways, so she says unleashing the country opening the country unleashes Pluton. Why would Kozuki Odin want that? And Sukiyaki's like, I don't effing know. Like, I was underground the whole time Odin was alive. Like, I don't know what he was thinking, or what he found out when he was in the outside world. So we go back to the fight between Ryokugyu and the 900 Scabbards. And Ryokugyu is like, yeah, y'all can't stand against nature. And he's just like, if you would just let Kaido live, if Kaido was still in charge, I wouldn't be here. Like, Kaido, he straight up says, Kaido was the one keeping out all the nasties from the rest of the world. So he's like, y'all done messed up. But he's just like, I will still let you live if you just give up Straw Hat Luffy. And so Yamato kind of drops the ball here. I'm sorry, but Yamato is just like, bruh, let's just call Luffy and the gang and let them kick his ass. And I'm like, Yamato, nah, man, I'm sorry, but you lost estimation there. Momonosuke gaining estimation though, because he's like, bruh, no. Like, and this is what B.D.A. Law was saying last week, is just like, is just like, man, Momonosuke is like, we need to be able to rely on ourselves. Like I know that you're leaving with the Straw Hats, and we need to be able to rely on ourselves to repel any enemy, or else we're just gonna be sitting ducks to the rest of the world. And we need to we need to be able to repel enemies like this, and defend ourselves. Because there's like, we just won't have other people to help us. Um, and so Momonosuke, still trying to do the blast breath, says, "Begone, you demon tree! Get out of here!" And Ryokugyu keeps back and he's like, "You're just a spoiled kid. I guess even dragons can be pathetic." And Momono goes, "I said leave!" And just blasts out a Kaido-esque blast breath, possibly even bigger, and blows a hole through Ryokugyu, which is really cool. Not only does he do this once, he does a full-blown blast breath 3 times in a row. Like when we were watching Kaido, he did blast breath maybe once every like 5 to 10 minutes. Momonosuke blowing this out his mouth 3 times in a row, which is absolutely amazing. And he absolutely is blowing apart this guy. Ryokugyu even says, "Hang on, you crazy bastard." Uh and like, dude, Momonosuke lit up Ryokugyu like he was a Christmas tree. Like he is a tree, but he blew him up like it was Christmas. Or he lit him up like it was Christmas. I'm sorry. Um okay, go into the chat really quick. Oda based the islands on real life areas. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Damn, the third one. Yes, the third road poneglyph. We're getting good. Last might be with Shanks or Elbaf. Very true. Oh, the last poneglyph might be either with Shanks or on Elbaf. That's right. Um, he damaged him with 3 blast breath. Yes, it's absolutely amazing. He pretty much did Madara's majestic destroyer flame on him 3 times in a row. So Potence 300 in here says shared. Thank you so much, dude. Especially the live streams. The live streams definitely need to be shared because then there's a chance. The more people share this stuff, the better a chance we're gonna get more people in here. So thank you so much, so Potence 300 for doing that. Moving on. So after this blast breath, like all of Ryokugyu's forest burns down, and it goes he goes back to being a like a small little plant on the ground. Like this blast breath completely decimates him, and there's just one little clover left on the ground of his body. And he goes, "What a pain. Easy now. Seriously, is he trying to burn down the whole town?" And so he starts regrowing his body, which really says something that Ryokugyu can regrow his body just from one little plant on the ground. So he grows back into the huge tree and he says, "Since you're so hell-bent on playing hardball, have it your way. I'll skewer you and your wannabe Kaido routine from mouth to tail." Um, and then all of a sudden there is a crackle of black lightning across the sky, and Ryokugyu his form completely goes down. As he gets hit by Conqueror's Haki, and he says, "Who the hell?" And the red hair pirates, you're here too. And then we get a shot of one of the most amazing things to ever be done in One Piece. Shanks is on his ship outside of Wano, and he is blasting his Conqueror's Haki halfway across this entire island. That is the range of Shanks' Conqueror's Haki, is he can blast it halfway across an entire island, at least. So, if you were wondering if Shanks done leveled up, Shanks done leveled up. This ain't no walking onto his ship like crewmates falling over, foaming at the mouth. He is blasting his Conqueror's Haki halfway across an island, and even his own crewmates are like, boss, like, go easy on your Haki, dude. All of the newbies on your ship, all these people that just showed up, got a tiny amount of will, they're foaming at the mouth. They dying over here. So Shanks, who apparently can speak telepathically through his Conqueror's Haki now, I didn't know that was possible either. He says, I won't call you Marines cowardly or underhanded for this, but wouldn't you agree it's bad to go after these worn out saplings when they're exhausted from making pirate history? Does the new age frighten you that much? And it's really cool because right before he says that, we get flashbacks of Luffy's eye getting cut, Momonosuke getting injured, and I believe that is I think that's Yamato with her mother. And then there's a couple panels that are blacked out here. I can't really tell. That's a couple of hands or something like that. I can't really tell what that is. But yes, what a defining moment for Shanks. And so Ryukugyu after this completely gives up. He says, I get it already. It's not like I wanted to pick a fight with you guys. Not today, anyway. So here's the thing. Here's the scary thing. Shanks is a big player now. And I feel like Oda in the last chapter wanted to be like, okay, Shanks is playing now. His ball is in the court. And this chapter Oda wanted to show, and this is what Shanks can do realistically. And so he's like, Shanks is not gonna be easy meat. He ain't gonna be a pushover. Like, I feel like Shanks may just straight up kill all of Blackbeard's crew except for Blackbeard in the final fight. Like, I could actually see that. He has will that overpowers a Marine admiral. His will is stronger than a Marine admiral's. That is absolutely crazy to me. So I mean, honestly, at this point, like, Shanks doesn't have Rio. I don't believe so. At this point, for Conqueror's Haki, I think we can safely say that red-haired Shanks is the master of Conqueror's Haki in One Piece. He is the strongest Conqueror's Haki user in One Piece. I like, I'm just gonna go for it and have that be my opinion. Yeah, he stopped a Navy admiral from halfway across an island with the will of his Conqueror's Haki. He's the master. That's all there is. So, anyways, Yamato's excited because they just won the battle, but Momonosuke is crying. I don't know if he's crying because they won, but I think part of him is crying because he knows that someone helped him, and he's still very afraid that um he's afraid that they're not going to be able to repel attacks and stuff by themselves. Like, yeah. So yeah, he's happy, but he's still really sad that he couldn't like finish it on his own, even though he did finish it on his own. Like, he completely took out Ryokugyu. Like, give it to Momonosuke. Like, without that like rapid growth at the end, like Momonosuke had it in the bag. Like, he he took out a Navy admiral. Momonosuke took out a Navy admiral. I'm gonna give him that win. Um, so we go back to the festival. Everybody is celebrating and stuff, and then we find out that Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, and Jinbei were watching all of this. And it's interesting that Jinbei is here because we were already saying that the monster trio is going to change. Um, and honestly, I think it's gonna be a monster quintet. I think it's gonna be Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Yamato, and Jinbei are gonna be the heaviest hitters on the Straw Hats. Although, guys, like I say every week, give Robin some love, give Brooke some love. Robin and Brooke deserve so much more credit. But yeah. Uh so they're all sitting there, and they've watched this entire fight. And I like it that Luffy didn't automatically spring in, because he knows that he understands Momonosuke's plight and stuff like that. And so they're like, hey, Sanji says, guess we didn't need to lend a hand after all. Um, and they said that Haki, or Jinbei says that Haki just now was really something too. Uh, and I think Zoro says, yeah, who was that? And Luffy says, a familiar face just popped into my head, which means Shanks's Haki reached all, like, not even just halfway to the fight. Like, it reached past Ryokugyu, all the way across the Onigashima battlefield, and even managed to hit the festival. And like, the fact that Shanks was like speaking through his Conqueror's Haki, and in a way, in a weird way, this is kind of a reunion before the reunion of Luffy and Shanks. And yeah. Um so his Kagasaki went all the way, and now we know that Luffy can recognize other people's Conqueror's Haki also, based on, because nobody here could see Shanks at all. But Ryokugyu knew it was Shanks, just by feeling the Conqueror's Haki, and Luffy somehow detected that it was Shanks also, because he got Shanks's face in his head. Um, which I love that panel. Of Luffy just wide smiling because he's remembering Shanks. Um, so I like that. And we end on the panel of Shanks's ship sailing away, a ship drifting the vast ocean. And that is the end of chapter 1055. What a ride, what a chapter. Um Trick says, turn him into California forest fire. That is for sure. Well, and this actually brings up an interesting thing. So he is fireproof to fire, but lasers can take him down. So he'd have no chance if he had to fight against Kizaru. Um, Speaking through Haki, yeah, that is an interesting new ability. That's a really interesting new ability. That we're just seeing now. Yeah. So we now know that Haki can also give you telepathy. Um, Tricks, he says he stopped an admiral that way. Yeah, Momonosuke is super impressive. Like honestly, the two biggest stars of 1055 were Momonosuke and Shanks. Like their combined attacks did that. Um, and honestly, if we're being honest, Momonosuke did more, because like Shanks hit Ryokugyu after he had already been like weakened and gone through like a whole battle and stuff. Momonosuke did the heavy lifting of that attack. Um Trix is just here for the Marco love. Oh yeah. I gave out props to Robin and Brooke. But you're absolutely right. Marco does. Wait a minute. Does Marco deserve love? I mean, give me a list of like the last 10 people Marco has defeated by himself, and oh, I'm sorry, it looks like here everybody that Marco has fought was defeated by somebody else. Ladies and gentlemen, Marco the Phoenix, the king of assists, um, cannot defeat someone without getting help. Trick says, honestly, I would like to see Shanks pull that on a fleet admiral just to get an epic clash in ideals. Yeah. No, yeah. That would be impressive. Well, honestly, this to walk right up to the Gorosei in Marijois as a pirate and be like, bruh, you gotta listen to me because bad shit is coming. Um, but yeah. Uh yeah, I mean it just really shows. Trick says, damn, you on the list, law for sure. Marco's list of people that he has fought but were killed or defeated by somebody else. Um, I mean, right off the bat, fought Queen, later defeated by Sanji. Blocked a blast breath from Kaido, later defeated by Luffy. Like Marco's just like, I can't give the finishing blow, but I can stop him from hitting you a couple times. I'm a wall. I'm a temporary wall. Like him being a temporary wall makes him not even as good as like Bartolomeo. At least Bartolomeo, he puts up a wall, you know it ain't coming down. Um, but yeah, that's all for this week. I will see you next week on Friday. When we will be reviewing chapter 1056, because based on the scan here, there is no break next week. So we will be back with 1056. Anyways, keep YouTubers, don't fight the fro, and always remember to stay legendary, and we will see you on the next piece of One Piece.